Mhm. Not yet. Although I can't figure out how to get it off of the mode that it's on. It's in drawing right now. I was playing around with some of the apps, and now it's on drawing, and I can't get it to take me off of drawing.
Oh.
And I'm like, how do I get this off my screen? I have no clue. I don't know how to get back. I don't think they know. I'm the person who suggested we do it this way.
Is that me standing back there walking from side to side?
That's you right there.
Okay, I thought it was
Hold on. Mommy, how do I change it? Settings.
No, never know nothing about stuff.
Add people. I don't need to.
My baby will do it.
That's Mikius. He passed away. Mommy, I really don't know how to take this off. How do I?
Can you not just go out and log back into it?
Oh, no, well, no. Like, I'm the host. I have to be here and live at all times. I just want to take it off the drawing app. Hold on. There we go. I got it back. There we go. I'm back to me. They're packed in my suitcase.
You taking them with you?
Mm-hmm.
Wearing these?
Mm-hmm. Amy messaged me. I am going to be a little too late paying for dinner now. I'll be there a little late getting there. I have somewhere to be later.
You just don't miss it. You got stuff to do.
No, I'm the host. So
Okay,
I need someone to be on it so that when I leave, it'll still.
Okay, well, she's paying for dinner, so she's like.
Well. Garrett, you're in here.
I made it. Woo!
And I can't hear you if you're saying words.
Oh no. That isn't good. Because I'm totally saying words. Can you hear me now?
That isn't good.
Like,
Hello.
like I can hear you. Control room. Okay. Default microphone. Alright, there we go. Can you hear me now? Am I coming in?
We got one person in the room right now, but I can't. Wow. I don't think it has a camera. No. Hi, Dr. Tyler.
Turn the camera off. There we go. Mute microphone. Well, no, it says my microphone isn't muted. Well, it's got to be something on my end then.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, if you can hear me.
Yes.
Alright, so it's got to be on Shawnee's end then. That, yeah, see, she can't hear us, I don't think.
And I wanted to introduce them first.
Yeah, I can't hear anyone.
Who can get him up to speed?
Well, that's probably not good.
Garrett confirms that he can hear me.
Obviously, I disagree. I think we went into Iraq for very good reasons. I think when we left office, we had a situation in Iraq that was very positive. We made major progress.
Okay, so Dr. Tyler and Garrett can hear each other. I'm the only person who's not hearing anybody.
Maybe we need to get somebody else in here, like maybe when Amy and Peter show up. Alright. Hold on. Or maybe some microphone messing with is in order. Yeah, it must just be Shawnee not able to hear us. Uh-oh. Should go dead? It must be switching everything out. Oh man, now I can use both monitors because there we go. Huh.
There's not even a power.
Bless it. So you don't... Oh, well, no, she can hear me anyway. It's like being in a Twitch chat, but backwards.
Hmm.
Oh, there we go.
Cool, got sound now.
Alright, awesome.
This is weird.
Yep. It's like we're all on the internet together. Like a Twitch chat in reverse.
Oh, hi, Shani.
Hello.
Still not used to Paint Tool Psi yet. It makes me feel weird.
I
Like,
can't
oh,
use Paint Tool Psi. I'm jealous.
It's like there's a whole layer just for line work, and it's hilarious. Like I never knew how to use the pen tool in Photoshop or in here until I started using that. It's like, oh, hey, you can fix all of your horrible mistakes. Oh, awesome. Now nothing I do looks like garbage. Just pretty bad.
Okay, so should we talk about the playtesting, or?
I'm not sure who else is coming. I know Dr. Martin's coming, and I know Peter can't come, but
Wait, when is all this happening?
oh, it already happened.
Oh, alright.
Dr. Martin's going to be a few minutes late.
Yeah, she said she was paying for dinner. But yeah, I heard everything went great, and like Dr. Martin was like sending me pictures and stuff of like all the stuff happening right there. So I sent her like a picture of my dog sitting at my computer. It's like it's the only way.
Oh yeah, she showed us that. She thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah. I still have to post all the pictures of him eating a little Happy Meal because we felt sorry for him because we were all getting takeout, and you know he's a dog, so he doesn't get anything. So I have pictures of him eating like those tiny little baby Happy Meals. It was hilarious.
Wait, baby Happy Meals is in like real Happy Meals?
Yeah, like an actual Happy Meal from McDonald's.
Oh dear.
Like
That's
he was.
probably gonna kill your dog.
Well, he's 14. I mean, come on. This is like his fourth bonus round. Anything beyond 10 is really like extra. It's all icing on the cake. Like I fed him. Like there was a whole week where like everyone else in my family was gone, so it was me and the dog, and he ate pretty much everything I did. except smaller. So, like, I fed him a tiny little bowl of mac and cheese that had, like, little slices of hot dog in it. Like, I don't know. He's spoiled, but he has, like, no teeth anyway, so he can't eat hard food.
Just gums it to death.
Oh, yeah. It's kind of great, because
Hey,
he's just an old 14-year-old toy poodle who hates the world and everyone else. So whenever you try to, like, touch any of the food he's eating, he'll try to bite you. But, you know, he has no teeth left, so he's not doing anything. He can break your skin.
Oh, Shawnee has a mustache. See, I saw that you added draw, and I was trying to figure out how to do that. And I think I added it, but I'm not sure if I'm doing it correctly. Yeah. How do you... Oh my god.
Oh, gotta move this to another monitor. Hold on. Oh, I can't do anything to me because I'm not using a camera.
I am amused.
It's just so weird. It like brings up your face, and there's like a whole plethora of colors. Dr. Martin's nose.
You can't use this at all. Like I have paint tool side right under that, and it's like, oh god, what's happening? There you go. Let's get rid of that. Nope. And that's the smallest it goes. It's ridiculous. Yeah, so no art is happening here. Like here, I can smiley face.
Arg.
There we go. As far as it goes. Or like, hold on, I can do like Super Saiyan hair. It's totally a thing that can happen. Like just do that off to the side. There you go.
I can't see anything of what you guys are seeing. Oh wait, no, are you drawing on Shawnee?
Yeah. Oh hey, and it follows you under camera. It's pretty cool.
Wow.
So it's got all that wacky face tracking. That's pretty awesome.
Arg. Yeah, Google Hangouts are pretty neat. I like excuses to use it.
They changed it. The last time I used it was like 2 years ago, and it looks so different now.
Oh, wow.
It didn't have all this nifty stuff.
Now it's even got like a better audio encode than Skype does because Microsoft has it, and they're like, why innovate? We're just going to buy all the competition. It doesn't matter. Like, you know, when the selling point of their best product is, hey, we haven't changed it for the last 10 years. Here, buy the $500 Master Chief thing. Like, yes, please, I'll pay all of the fees to entry, all $500. Just give me the thing that hasn't changed for 10 years.
Yeah.
My room at home, all the walls are like a dark red, so I have like about 3 lamps all pointed at my face just to show up on video.
Oh, mine, like with my camera that I do have, it's like all super duper bright and depressing, like in the most crazy way. Like, you know, it's like someone that's shining a spotlight right over me, even though there aren't any lights like right next to me at all. So like my face just looks pure white.
Oh, wow.
It's pretty awesome. Yeah. So like even when I stream games, I never have like a webcam up. I just put a little face cam in the corner that's always a silly animated GIF. Or like a silly reaction image. Like the one with the shaking banana is always great. Hold on, let me see if I can find that one. Like I just have gigs of reaction images. Oh, it's so bad. Really need to clean this entire computer. It's ridiculous. None of this is organized. It's just all like multiple new folders I just have stacked on the desktop. Oh, this looks cluttered. Time to make a new folder and throw all of it in there.
I do that too. It's bad.
Oh man, that starfish, Amy. He's intense.
He is intense. I told you I was going to give him the damn angriest face I could. I'm working on the dolphin right now as we're talking.
Oh, that octopus. These are just beautiful, dear lord.
Hold
Thank
on.
you.
The dolphin needs this face. Here we go. This is. I have a picture of a banana that does this, but this works just fine. As weird as that sounds.
All I can see is... Oh, there it is. Okay, chat.
Yeah. That's the face the dolphin needs.
Oh my god. That's perfect. Oh my god, guys. Now I'm not going to be able to draw this dolphin without seeing that face. Thanks.
No problem.
Thanks.
One of the few services I offer. I gotta find. Oh, there it is. There's the banana one. There we go. It's like the same thing, but it shakes faster.
Oh, I've seen this one before. His little button eyes. Or pushpin eyes, I guess.
I think they're
Whatever
push
those
pins.
are.
I can't tell.
Oh, Mom. Did you want to see what it looks like? I got it up and running.
So I learned that shrimp are super duper hard to draw in all of the worst ways.
What?
I learned that shrimp are super duper hard to draw, so I just kind of gave up. And instead of making him have claws, I gave him giant boxing gloves.
I was wondering
Because-
about that.
Yeah, that's what the mantis shrimp does, because it is crazy. Like, have you guys seen the mantis shrimp in action?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're pretty
they're-
awesome.
Oh my god, it's ridiculous. It's like, oh hey, I'm gonna boil all the water from me to you and hope that you die. That's the most metal thing ever. But yeah, and he's got like a little towel wrapped around him like he just got out of a boxing match.
Yes. Don't mind me. I'll be talking to my mom in and out of this conversation.
That's
That is
cool.
A-okay.
Yeah, stuff happens to me all the time. It's fine. Oh, wow. Got a picture of a literal ton of iCarly 2 for the DS that someone just has in a box. Like,
Oh, are you on
literally.
Reddit?
I'm looking at it on NeoGAF. It's probably on Reddit too, though. But yeah, they're just all in a cardboard box. Literally just 1,200 pounds of iCarly 2 for the DS.
Now the question is why would anyone want to make that much iCarly 2 games?
I don't know. When I worked at Toys R Us, we had like, I want to say 80 copies of, I forget what it's called now. It was like Percy Jackson, the Lightning Thief. That was a thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we had like 85 copies of that game in the back room for the DS. Like, for no reason. Worked there for 3 months, never sold a single copy.
God, how old were we when you worked there? Were we in high school when you were there? I don't remember.
First summer out, I think.
Okay.
Was it? I want to say yes. I don't remember.
Hey.
Hey!
Hey!
There we go.
Yay!
We're all here and we have voices. This is exciting.
Oh, that's exciting. Well,
Except for
I'm in a
Dr.
hotel
Tyler.
lobby, so let's. If you
That's
hear
great.
anything odd, that's why.
That'll happen.
Wait. How come, Benton? Why don't you have image or sound?
He did a minute ago. He just
Yeah,
had it turned off.
Yeah, I think somebody came into the room and he muted it. It sounded like.
Oh, okay.
I don't really
The
know.
men are all self-conscious. Oh, that's right. I have a camera around here somewhere, but God knows nobody wants to see this room. It's pretty awesome in all the worst ways.
You should do it.
Okay, this is my first Google Hangouts. Like, Amy, why do you have whiskers? I don't know.
I had Pirate above my head earlier. There's a draw app that's like on the side, and you can click it and make it come up, and then you can draw on your face or other people's faces. Ah, there's Shawnee.
Yeah. Here we go. I want to be the
Oh,
odd man out.
sweet.
I'm gonna go look for my camera. Hold on.
See, originally it was like these sticker things you could put on, and there used to be a pirate hat and a beard that you could put on, and it was awesome. I wish they still had that.
Okay, sorry. This is the first time I've seen this application or the platform. So we do have chat as well, and oh, that's neat. Huh.
Now it's a party.
Oh my God, there's
Screen
rainbows.
capture. So are
Johnny,
we expecting anybody else? Peter? Maybe? Gavin?
Peter can't come. He told us at the playtest that he had work, I think.
Okay. That's not a problem.
Are we expecting Gavin?
I thought so.
Did he
But I
forget?
haven't seen anything from him. I mean, he would have seen. Well, 1 minute ago he was on Facebook. I'll check. Okay, I just messaged him. Maybe he'll join us.
Yes.
Well, so Amy, tell us about the playtest.
Oh, so it ended up just being me and Shawnee and Peter, but we had a good playtest, and we made a lot of notes. Shawnee has like a whole checklist of notes of things we need to talk about that we ran into. Shawnee, do you have that list around?
Fantastic.
I do. I actually tried to send it with the Google Hangout invites, but the emailed invites for some reason were kind of not really working. But I have like my hard copy here. And one of the things we were thinking about was deciding like a legitimate way for who goes first. And we came up with players drawing their full hand and adding that number together, and whoever has the highest number going first or each of them just drawing their an individual card and deciding and putting that card into their hand.
We wanted to come up with a way you couldn't fight over.
I think that's smart.
Yeah.
Well, Garrett, which one do you like better? Garrett's now muted.
Oh no, maybe he's looking for his camera or trying to set up the camera.
Maybe so.
Because I think he said he was going to look for it. Because I think we ended up deciding at the playtest that maybe the add-up version might be a little easier, because if you come up with a draw on all the draws of your hand, the other player will know your whole hand. So it might be kind of problematic for that first round.
I like the add-up too, because then you have an idea for that first play, maybe what kind of cards that they have, and so that first play you get acclimated, you understand it.
Right. It's like, I have 5. Oh, I have 11. So, maybe a little bit more about
with the calamity cards.
Oh, wait, just a second, Shawnee. So where in the rules, since we kind of like that, is okay? It's actually under rules. The player with something goes first.
Yeah.
Okay, so to decide who goes first. Opening hand of 3 cards. Has some goes first.
We also need to put in there about who gets to pick the ship first.
Oh, that's
a good
true.
point.
We didn't think about that.
No, we didn't.
So we could say either you get to go first, or you get to pick the ship first, and then the other person gets to go first, or something. Does it make sense?
So maybe the person with the highest hand gets to pick their ship first, and then the other person gets to go first, because the reward is really the ship.
Yeah,
Right.
Maybe.
I would say so.
So that seems odd to have started the game and already have your hand and not have your ship.
That's true. The ship should come first.
Good.
So Ben, did you have any ideas about how to choose the ship?
Oh, no, there's my neck.
I think that the
Hey!
I think the hand idea sounds
mostly,
okay, but you have to you couldn't let someone have the 4th card to determine who goes first if they got that ship.
Oh, you're talking about the ship where you draw 4 cards for your hand?
Yeah.
I guess we would just have to restrict it to 3, like your drop's not affected by your ship effect, just for the initial play, for the deciding play. And you can just draw your 4th card after you decide who goes first.
Or you could just randomly deal out the ships.
Oh, like make a deck and then...
Yeah, or
Straw.
whatever.
Well, a lot of games do that. Do have the just randomly pass out the character cards, essentially. And then if they want to house rule it, or if the mom is like, I don't care, you pick first, which is probably what's really going to happen.
Yeah.
So I can't figure out how to do both the Hangouts and the Google Doc in the same window, so I have to scroll between the 2 of them.
I have 2 monitors. Survey. Everything from over there. Forget about it.
Okay, so
50 million tabs open. So.
Your audio is really spotty.
No, sorry. Hold on. It's probably. I just have to talk louder, honestly. Probably what it is.
you sound very robotic.
Yeah.
Happens.
So let's see, under the rules on the actual document, separate out the creature cards according to the level, shuffle each creature deck, arranging them in order from level 1 to 3, separate and shuffle the equipment cards, separate the 4 ship cards, and let each player pick one of the 4 is what we have right now. So we could just easily say, shuffle the 4 ship cards and deal 1 out to each player, or do y'all want to, how do you want to deal with it?
I mean, we kind of have to consider that, like, even if you do get a ship card that's, like, not your favorite, there's opportunities to switch your ship because there are calamities that'll have you do that. Because that happened in a playtest where I had a good ship and then I switched to a crappier ship, and I was like, no! But it could easily go the other way, so.
That's true. So preferences, do we like player choice, where they just select? Do we like randomness, or do we like a specific way?
I would just say if the ship cards are all going to have the same back, lay them face down and you just choose one.
So Shawnee votes for randomness.
Yeah, I'd say like in the interest of fairness, we should probably do random, honestly.
Okay.
I mean, like you said, if they decide they don't want to do random and just, like, pick whatever, they can do that too. It's good to stop fights about it if we can.
So shuffle the 4 ship cards and let each player select one. Set the other 2 ship cards aside. How about that?
That'd work.
And then each player draws 3 player cards, which are now called equipment cards. Each player draws 3 equipment cards. If y'all are okay with that terminology.
Yeah, that's fine.
I was trying to, with the glossary, I was trying to just make everything more streamlined. So each player draws 3 equipment cards unless the special ability says otherwise. To decide who goes first, the players add up their opening hand of 3 cards, so that's the 3. Whichever player has the highest sum goes first.
Okay.
Okay, so was that number 1 on the checklist from playtesting?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the notation on the equipment cards, we were kind of confused.
Okay.
Let me scroll up to it. Okay, for instance, under equipment, where it has the space age, catcher's mitt, 1/1/1. So underneath that, would that mean 2 laser guided harpoons, each at 1 point and level 1s?
Yes.
Okay.
So I broke them up, or, well, Dr. Tyler and I broke them up. And all of these can change. We just wanted to get some values out there that we could work with. So these are not set in stone in terms of like the universal lure being 4. If you wanted the universal lure to be a 1, then we could change it with the wiggly worm. So those are completely open. But yes, for instance, the Space Age Catcher's Mitt is 3 1-value cards, the Laser Guided Harpoon 2 1-value, Wiggly Worm 2 1-value, Tractor Beam 2 2-value.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
We just did that in case people wanted to make the same item different levels. But we just decided, once we started working on it, that it'd be easier if all the items, if all the Space Age Catcher Mitts were the same level.
I'm good with that.
Yep. Same here. Like, if we have all of one the same level, then eventually he won't even have to actually look at the cards. Like, he'll know
Yes.
that this card is always going to be this level, so, you know, it'll just go a little bit faster for him.
Mm-hmm.
On the Calamity cards, we have a lot of things that we've already built in as fail safes for those. When we did our playtest, they were not that difficult to beat, actually.
The only time when they really presented to the challenge is there was a round where I drew like 3 Calamity cards in a row, and that was that was pretty fun though, actually, when that happened. So like, I don't know, when the bad things happen, it's still kind of fun. So like, it doesn't really bother the game. I think.
Okay. So when y'all play tested yesterday, did you use the Calamity cards as they're on the rules right now, like the tin can at a level 1, the Mimic Fish at a level 2, with those descriptions, or did y'all do something else?
We looked at the printouts and we made as many Calamity cards as we could from the printouts. So we just like the deck looks like this now, and we just made everything we could, and we used the abilities that we had here.
Okay.
So we play tested everything that we could that were Calamity cards right now, as they exist right now.
I know the pilot fish came up, and then was it weights? Was the other one that we got hit with?
Yes. And Bundle of Ninjas and Abandoned Ship.
Okay, so for example, pilot fish, that was the first one you mentioned. It came up, it was a level 3, and you put that fish into your aquarium, and then you immediately drew another level 3 creature and tried to catch it? Is that exact? Okay, and that worked?
Exactly the way it worked.
Okay.
I also have a note that ship number 3 can be used to cancel out a Calamity card, technically. If they're part of the creature card deck.
Oh, they are.
So ship number 3 is good at that. We were wondering whether or not to change it from just once per game. Like, if it has the Calamity benefit, maybe leaving it once per game, but I don't know. Do we think that's too weak for it to have it as only a 1 use? Should we make it maybe 2, or is it good as a 1 use?
I don't know. What do y'all think?
Well, let me pull up the Google
I
Doc
only
here.
used it one time, and then I couldn't use my ship anymore, and when I used it, I didn't use it to cancel a Calamity, and Amy's ship was just, like, amazing, because she had the extra hand limit. So I felt like it was kind of weak, so maybe giving it 2 uses per game might be a little better.
Okay. So 2 uses is the suggestion on the table?
Yeah. As long as that fish doesn't count towards your total. Well, I guess the only total that really matters is like the amount of stuff in your aquarium and your black hole. So I guess it wouldn't really. Like, do you get what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure out if those fish would contribute towards the game ending faster. Like, if you toss them out, does that contribute to any sort of game ending total?
Oh, like the pilot fish itself? Because right now we have put it into your aquarium, and you're wondering if it's.
So we counted it as a point since it went into the aquarium. But
Yeah, that was one thought that I had. We need to change the win condition.
that's one of our notes.
Yeah, it depends on if we want the pilot fish to be a bonus fish or a fish you just don't have to fight. Right? If it's a fish you don't have to fight, then we just leave it as is. But if it's a bonus fish, then we need to change it to 4 turns per player instead of 8 fish total.
It's nice to have a Calamity that gives you a point instead of taking them away. So maybe changing it to the 4 turns per player.
Yeah, because Shawnee, didn't we agree during playtesting that we kind of liked that there was a positive Calamity card? Like, it was kind of a cool thing? Yeah.
Yeah, I can definitely see that, because all the ones we have right now are meant to just kind of impede you a bit. So having one that's actually pretty convenient would be a good idea.
Would you rather call them something else other than Calamity card, then?
Will a 7-year-old be able to pronounce Calamity?
We could just call them.
I mean, he should, but.
Yeah. We could just call them event cards. There's always that. But, that sounds boring.
Special event cards?
Piratey word.
Well, okay, so in the Calamity ones, we have a tin can, a Mimic Fish, Weights, Babelfish, Meteor Shower, Pilot Fish. So some are actually creatures, some are items, Bundle of Ninjas. So what would pull them all together?
Take a page out of Mario, call them happening cards.
happening.
Long haul. Right
Or, you know, they've got the level 1, 2, and 3. Are they just not creature cards too? Or, I mean, do we want to specially label them? Because do we have a variation where you take them out, but we may not want that now?
Yeah.
Do you mean a variation when you take them out? Are you talking about like the calamity cards that are fish?
Well, okay, so we had a variant that's called the Land Lover, and it was the easiest variant with no calamity cards.
Right.
And if we took that out, then the Tin Can, the Mimic Fish, all of those would just be in the creature decks, right? And they would just be creatures with special abilities.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, I think so. So that would actually work pretty well. But you'd think that we'd still have a reason to like distinguish between them in the rules or something like that.
Yeah.
Or maybe not. Maybe you could just say that sometimes creature cards say that things were happening.
Well, I think a way we could easily distinguish that too is if we talk to Stephanie about it, and those cards have the same sort of design on the picture side of the card as the rest of the creature cards, which just distinguishes them from the rest of the calamity cards, which is being as creatures with abilities, so they'd stay in the deck. Because there's no way to immediately distinguish them as calamity cards, so you wouldn't know to take them out.
Maybe we can just put a symbol on them, on the to identify them.
And I like the symbol idea, especially if they want to pull them out and play without them. Though if y'all had fun with them, then yes, it'd make for an easier turn. But since none of them are immediately negative, it seems like, then maybe we don't want to take them out.
What we could do, we could just have the level 1 deck, the level 2 deck, and the level 3 deck. And in each deck, there are 10 creature cards and 2 special event cards. And then, like they said, just have the icon, once you flip it over, that tells you whether it's a special event or a creature card. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And just not call it the level 1 creature deck. Just call it the level 1 deck.
Yeah, that would always work.
Well, but the reason for calling them a creature card is simplicity for the rules when you're trying to explain, unless you just wanted to call them level cards.
Well, aren't we doing depths still? Didn't we talk about doing depths instead of levels?
Or zones, yeah. I don't think we decided either one. So depth cards or level zone cards, and just delete creature.
Sure, I guess that would work. But I don't know. It might need some fine tuning. I think zone just sounds kind of weird. Depth sounds pretty good and makes sense, but
What
I don't know, it's only 7.
What about some space words like sector or quadrant or something like that?
Sector would probably work. Because, that is
Sector
spacey.
1, Sector 2. That would make sense, too. That would make sense. I kind of like that.
I don't know. They're not PJs.
Okay. Sector cards. These are the 3 levels of cards you were trying to capture and put into your aquarium. I'm in the glossary. So then the calamity cards just become sector cards as well. And they'll have their own special symbol maybe on them?
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, so Shawnee, what were we on the play testing? We were talking about the Calamity cards, and y'all liked them. You had fun with them. 3 in a row. It worked well. What else was there with that?
We touched on win condition. So
Oh,
we've
that's right,
already
win
gone over
condition.
that.
Wait, no, I don't think we've changed it in the rules though. So let's.
I have Peter's copy of the rules when we play tested, and he has an arrow pointing at the win condition, and it says "this be broke" win condition. Didn't we have? I think we had some sort of a conversation where we weren't really sure what was happening with the win condition, but I don't know. Shawnee,
Round, and then we just kind of endless played to test out the Calamity cards.
Okay.
And so I think our question on that was about the 8 rounds, and so I think we were going to make it 4 draws each player.
So really fast. Okay, so somebody striked out. The game continues until there are 8 combined fish in the aquarium. So it's not that. It's the game has drawn 4. Is that what we're suggesting?
I think so.
I don't know. I was just. Well, how long would that game last? Like, when you guys were playtesting, how long about did each one take?
Each group of 4 draws.
Yeah.
A really short amount of time. Really short. I mean, especially since we weren't talking.
What's your claim to fame?
Well, I mean, it's up to y'all. I'm okay with a really short game. We'll have to change our final score balance because we don't.
Amy, do you remember how many points we made it to?
Yes, because I actually have his sheet here, and it has like his little level thing where he marked off how much we did. It looks like our final score was we did. Oh crap! Hold on, how did he separate this out? I don't know. I have like this little. Where is it? Everything's reversed. Can you see that?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh wait, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11. We made it to 11. Yeah, we were 1 above Space Spelunker.
Yeah, we were 1 below. We were blank because we hadn't figured out a thing for that yet.
You were blank.
Yep.
And like the markout are the ones we lost due to calamities.
Oh, that's what that's for. Yeah, because we got Bundle of Ninja'd at the end, and then we lost something for something else.
This Bundle of Ninjas.
Yep, they'll get you.
It always happens.
Okay, so do we want to increase the draws, or do we want to keep it at 4 per player? Do we want to keep it that short, or do we want to make it a little longer? Because our game did go pretty quick.
I don't think it would hurt it to go a little bit longer, because, I mean, the way things are now, like, you can do a whole game under, like, 5 minutes, which is nice. Like, it's nice if you want it to just be a short game. But I guess it really just depends. If you really want to keep going, you can just keep going with more rounds, so.
Yeah, you could just have that in the rules that, if you want to, just keep going. Keep going until there's nothing left in the decks. Could totally be a thing.
I mean, we went going until we had to reshuffle.
Okay, so we do have variants. Like the land level.
Total.
Oh, Gavin joined us. Or Gavin's thinking about it. He forgot.
Oh, is he on Facebook now?
Yeah, I saw him join the Google Doc.
There we go. Trying to figure out how many Chrome windows I have open. Oh my god.
Probably bring up the Google Doc. Because I have, like, the pages right here, but I don't have the updated version, so I should probably be on the doc.
Hang out.
It's kind of surreal watching the document get edited in real time while at the same time being on a conference. It's pretty cool.
Science!
Welcome to the future. Welcome to the future. Right here, it's happening.
Oh wow, there's so many of us in the Google Doc right now. It's kind of neat seeing all of our icons.
Yeah, Gavin doesn't have the Google Hangout link.
It's on the Facebook page or Facebook message. Good.
Yeah, it's in the Facebook chat.
Okay, I'll tell him to.
Here, I can post it in the Google Doc chat. Here you go. Look at that. Now we have 3 chats open at the same time. This is awesome. It's all the same people in all of them.
That's funny. Okay, let's see if we can get Gavin in. I'll tell him where you just posted it. And we were on the link when Gavin joins us. So I'm not opposed to a 5-minute game, and then having the variant. Come on, Gavin. Just do the plug-in.
Yeah, it's not that hard. Just 2-second download from Google
No, I had
Plus,
to
which
do it.
everyone has. Because if you have a YouTube account, you have a Google Plus account now. So I mean, it's there.
He wants to know what Hangout is. Like we're going to send him to some rogue technology. I'm going to tell him, come on, people are mocking you.
Might get all those viruses from the video games. Better look out.
He's
All those
clearly,
pop-ups you're clicking.
he's clearly not young, hip, and aware anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, he says, I don't know what it is. I'm not about to install something that I don't know what it does. Dude.
Don't copy that floppy.
Dude.
I'll be right back. My mom is yelling something.
Okay. All of a sudden, this conversation is full of drama.
Okay. Well, so Gavin's probably not going to be joining us in Hangouts. So the length. Let's get everybody's opinion on the length of the game.
I'm fine with the shorter game. I don't think it was an issue, and you can keep going if you want to, so it's like,
Right,
it's not a big deal to have it shorter, especially if Ollie's not feeling well and he just wants to play for like a really short time, he can. So it's not going to have to be some big drawn-out event to play this game. So I think that's good.
Okay, so Amy's good 5-minute game. Garrett.
Yeah, it definitely works. I mean, he could just play more games. There's always that. I mean, and again, if he wants to just, add more for different variants, like if you want to do the super hardcore one, just go until the deck is gone, or something like that. But, yeah, like a 5-minute game, no issue with that.
Okay. Dr. Tyler.
That's fine with me.
Pros or cons you want to add, or just that's fine?
I think if, one thing I was thinking about that we could do for another card, since we've got 10 cards to play around with, is have a high score card. So if he does feel like playing for a while, they could play several games in a row and see what the highest score they can get is. I think there's something to be said for a 5-minute game. I also think it'll be a lot easier for people to play that usually wouldn't play card games and don't want to commit to 30 minutes or something.
Okay, so Shawnee, we're kind of giving thumbs up, thumbs down on 5 minutes.
I'm neutral. It's whatever you guys want to do.
Okay, well,
Because it was still a lot of fun with the quick game.
Gavin's like, I don't go to my friend's house because he has an Expo. I'm like, really? Really? Oh my god.
I'm laughing at you in the chat going, this is the future, son.
Um,
Um,
I had to find more reaction images for this. Nano machines.
okay, so then back to the rules. So the game continues until each player has drawn 4 sector cards. Game over. How about this? If the players desire a longer game, they can play. I mean, is that too stupid to say? If they want to keep going, they can. I mean, do we have to say that?
I don't know. Like, you do have to clarify in, like, tabletop RPGs, you can do anything! So maybe? I don't know. Like, I think that's in the front of every single tabletop RPG book I've ever read. It's like, hey, you can do whatever you want with these rules.
Okay, so the game continues until each player has drawn 4 sector cards, 8 sector cards total.
Like, I don't know if Gavin realizes this, but he's already on Facebook. I mean, like, literally 95% of his information is there. I could probably look him up by his phone number and find him. I don't know why he's scared.
If he doesn't want to join, this is streaming live privately on my YouTube channel. So I can send him the YouTube link and he can just watch us. Science!
That's fantastic.
No, see, you need to share things like that up front.
Oh, whatever. I should just start streaming this on Twitch for no reason. Like, go and play some Metal Gear Rising in the background, it'll be fine.
In my defense, I didn't know that it was setting it up to do that. I was just trying to figure things out, and that's just something that happened.
That's fun. It's just funny. Here Gavin is being paranoid, and then there you are streaming it to YouTube.
This app would like to know who you are on Google, manage your YouTube account, view list of participants in your Hangouts, view and manage your audio and video feeds. Cancel.
Okay, so if the player desires a longer game, they can play. I mean, do we want to put a number of rounds, or just be like, you can play as many rounds as you're comfortable playing?
Yeah, that's good. I like that.
Rounds. Okay.
How about something like they could just play until there's 2 or 3 fish in the black hole? So either you catch all 36, you go through all 36 sector cards, or 2 cards. Basically, you try to play through all of them before you get 2 or 3 in a black hole. Does that make sense?
Say that one more time.
So if we wanted to make it a really long game for an option, say play until there are either 2 or 3 cards that end up in the black hole. Does that make sense? So you play until 2 or 3 fish get away, basically.
I mean, that happens fairly easily, though.
Well, then you could increase the number. I'm just saying. Something where you would end up going through more than 8 of the 36 cards.
So maybe play until 1 sector is empty for the long variant, if we wanted a long variant versus a hard variant. Because a lot of the deck building games do it until, okay, well, that pile is finished.
I guess what we could do the next time we're together is we could always just come up with a bunch of ideas like we are now for sort of how to draw out or shorten the length, and then just play test them all and time them.
Gotcha.
Just kind of see what we like.
I'm happy with the 5-minute game. I mean, we could just say play until each player draws 8 cards or something. I mean, I think we're thinking too hard about it, honestly.
Wait, 8 cards? We were at 4.
For a longer variant.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay. So the base game, I mean, yeah, variants can be added later. We can actually have just a variant card of the different ways you could play this if you wanted a longer or harder or whatever kind of game. So the play continues until each player has drawn 4 sector cards, 8 sector cards total. So that's our end condition. Does that satisfy the question from the playtesting?
Peter says he's watching us on YouTube at work.
Yeah,
Hi, Peter.
Perfect.
Showed one viewer at the bottom of my screen to let me know someone's actually watching the stream.
Well, I'm in it too. Like, so when I'm seeing everything like 3 times in a row right now. It's pretty awesome. Like, technically, we have 4 chats open because we have the Google Doc, we have the Hangout, I have YouTube, and we have the Facebook open all at the same time. So I'm talking to all you 4 times. Pretty amazing.
So I have a note about maybe creating a card or a ship that allows you the decision to not play a card. Like if you want to let your partner handle a fish solo.
That might be mean-spirited. You know, like, oh, hey, so we'll lose a little bit, here, just have this. Like, as far as my understanding of the game goes, like, that just seems kind of like you just want to screw your partner over. Like, oh, yep, we're getting no points and it's your fault.
You have a lot of high-powered cards, and your opponent may have low-powered cards, and they can handle a fish that's worth 3, and you don't want to burn a 4 card on a 3 fish.
Yeah, yeah.
That was
makes
something
sense.
that like actually came up, which is why we noted it.
Okay, yeah. Alright, so just as long as it's not like, okay, we're going to level 3 deck, like, here, I'm not helping you. Jump, loser. Come out.
So, were y'all suggesting that as an equipment card or a special ability of the ship, or what were y'all suggesting that as?
Was it a ship? I don't remember.
I have written down it says potential ship option or potential equipment card.
So we didn't decide.
Yeah, we didn't decide. It was just one of those ideas that came up that we said we'd probably put together.
So I really do like that idea for that sole purpose of, well, I've got a 5, and I've got a 5/4 and a 4, and I don't want to burn anything. Well, I couldn't have 3, so I'd have a 5 and a 4 and then this card. And I'll play that because you've got it. Then I think it could be used constructively and not just to screw your
I'm assuming that would be an unlimited ship ability.
Somebody's having a fantastic time in that lobby. Just live it up back
Oh,
there.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I can't. I have my headphones in, so I can't really hear them.
It's kind of like our own laugh track on a sitcom.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, my roommate is working on her conference paper, and so I would have really disturbed her.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a courtesy for me to come down here.
Yeah.
But I was asking, I'm assuming that if that was a ship, it would be an unlimited ability. It would make the most sense, I think, for it to be unlimited. Yeah.
I think that sounds fine. I can't imagine you would use it very often.
So ship 5. That way, if we're choosing, I mean, are we okay with 5 ships? Is there a reason not to have 5 ships?
I don't think so. No, that sounds fine.
During any hand or during any turn, the player with this ship to play an equipment card. Is that accurate?
Can you say that one more time? You're cutting out a little bit near the end.
Oh, sorry. Ship number 5, and I'm typing it as I'm talking, so it's on the document. During any turn, the player with this ship may decline to play an equipment card.
Ships. Oh, there it is. There you are.
How about does not have to play an equipment card?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so During any turn, the player with the ship does not have to play an equipment card from their hand.
Yeah, from there.
Okay.
Let's see. What's the last thing? And the last things were just coming up with maybe a list of things to say, or like if we want to do the silent variant, or like the language, an example language, or pirate speak. That was also an option.
Pirate speak. What do you think?
When we play tested, we didn't really actually try to talk all that much. We just like be like, okay, go. The last time. So I don't really know, to be honest. I tried talking in pirate. It didn't work out very well.
No worries.
So how about, I mean, it's kind of a goofy, fun Saturday morning cartoon, crazy, zany game anyway. But why couldn't we just have a pirate variant? Under the variant.
All right.
Pirate variant, yes.
I agree.
Like when I was thinking of the ships, I was literally just thinking of wooden pirate ships flying through space. If I'm being totally honest. Like it's literally all I was thinking about.
So you were thinking Treasure Planet.
Sure.
That's Treasure Planet for real.
Like, hold on, let me pull up a picture of the Yamato.
I like the idea of the submarine too.
Yeah, that was really cute.
I was like, okay, what's the bizarrest ship that I could see in space? Well, a submarine. Okay, well, I added on the document a pirate variant. All players must talk like a pirate.
Yay!
Yay. R.
Hi.
Okay, well, great list, Shawnee. What else?
That is all I have written down. Do you have any notes on the Amy?
I did come up with something that we haven't talked about yet. I think it was Peter came up with the idea for an equipment card, and I think it's Davy Jones' Space Jam locker. That's right. I remember
Oh,
that.
yes.
I
Yes.
don't remember what we had. Oh, to
ability
fish out of
is,
the black hole.
Yeah, attempt to catch top fish on black hole.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, so try to catch a fish that you couldn't catch before. I guess if you like lost against the Kraken and you wanted to give it another shot, you could. But I think we decided that would only have to be the top fish. Like you couldn't catch anything you couldn't catch like 3 fish ago, you know? Like if it's under something else in the black hole, you can't catch it again. It's gone.
Well, so do you want to do, was the suggestion for it as an equipment card, as a 6th ship, or as a calamity card?
As a
calamity.
it was an under
Sorry.
equipment cards is where it's written.
It would
Or
be an
no,
interesting.
sorry, no. Well, no, I think it's an equipment card. Although that could be a calamity too.
It might work better as a calamity, because it doesn't have a value to be used as an equipment card, really.
Yeah, I guess it could just be a really positive or a super negative calamity card, which depending on whatever fish is on the top of the black hole.
Yeah.
Well, it depends if you write you may or you must.
Give you a choice in the matter.
No, I think we should be mean. Let's make them.
So what, Davy Jones' Space Jam?
Yeah, Davy Jones' Space Jam locker.
In the words of a wise man, you either slam with the best or you jam with the rest. So I mean, I don't see a reason not to include that.
Okay, so right now I'm under what were the calamity cards. Now they're just sector cards with symbols on them. And at the bottom I've written Davy Jones, which I guess is just D-Y or Y. Davy Jones Space Jam Locker. You must immediately. Is that what I was hearing?
Yeah, that would make sense. Must immediately try to catch the top fish off of the black hole, or out of the black hole. And I guess if there's no fish in the black hole, then you just don't catch anything.
Since we did not have an effect for meteor shower, we can just X out meteor shower if y'all want to.
Oh, we actually came up with one. That was what I was going to talk about next.
If there are no fish in the black hole, there is. Whoa! Stop typing. Okay. If there are no fish in the black hole, okay, so Davy Jones Space Jam Locker, we don't know the level yet. You must immediately attempt to catch the top fish in the black hole. If there are no fish in the black hole, then this card has no. Then ignore this card. Okay. And draw another sector card. That's good. That's a good addition. By putting it in the equipment, for the Calamity deck, it does have a negative penalty, where if you did it as a ship, it would be more of a positive action that the player could use for strategy.
Right.
So I think that's the difference.
Well, do we want to play test it as a couple of different things? Because we could have it as a ship and have 6 ships, or we could just nix a ship that we currently have in favor of that ability.
Okay. I think that's a good idea. I've written a note that this could be the 6th ship.
If you think some of the ship abilities are too weak, would y'all want to give one ship 2 abilities?
Shark Cage is pretty weak, I think.
So we could double up abilities if we wanted to. That may make it more interesting.
Because I think ships 2 and 1 are pretty rad. So I don't think those need to double up, but ship 4 could use some boosting.
Yeah, because it doesn't actually do anything other than, like, you just see what's coming instead of actually being able to do anything about it. But, yeah.
With ship 4, I'm saying this could turn into like the Davy Jones's Space Jam Locker.
It's so sad because if we turn it into a ship, we won't have that awesome name anymore.
We could just call it Davy Jones Space Jam.
Space Jam ship. Are we going to name these ships, or are they going to be ship 1, ship 2, ship 3?
Well, we have to have names. Like maybe
I was
ship
just
2
seeing an
can
image
be,
and an
like,
effect.
Maybe.
Yeah, that'd work.
Image
And
and
I
Yeah,
guess they can name their own ship.
Why don't we give the special abilities names?
Oh, you mean the ships? Special abilities, giving them names?
Yeah,
I'd be cool with that.
like
Although
enhanced missions or, something.
Okay, no, I like it. That's good. So, something overboard would give this card 2 cards.
Man overboard?
Man overboard.
I like that.
Or what do you call it? Is there something you call it when you're on a plane or a hot air balloon and you have to throw everything off?
you jettisoned something.
Yeah.
I don't know what the technical term for that would be.
We could just put a question mark next to it and just look it up later.
Yeah. Okay, well, I have man overboard question mark, and we can go back to that. Okay. Then were we did the Davy Jones's locker. We're going to play test that one in each spot to see what works.
Yeah.
And then what other comments came out of the playtesting?
If that's everything that's on Shawnee's list, I'm pretty sure that's everything that I have.
You said you guys came up with something for meteor shower?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
So I don't have everything written down here. It says top card from each is the note I have next to it. And I think what our idea was is that you have the top card of each level, and then you pull the top card of each level, and I think it had something to do with like sticking. Okay, I remember. Okay, so you would draw the top card from level 1, 2, and 3, and then you would stick them in the other decks. So like level 2 would go into level 3, level 1 go into level 2, like
That'd be really
kind of
cool.
switcheroo. So it's like so it mixes up the levels a little bit. Did that make any sense at all?
Yeah,
Yes,
like now would you like take the top card, switch them around, and shuffle them? Would that happen, or?
You could. I mean, we just had you taking the top cards just so you have like a random like level 3 and level 1 or something like that.
Because if you shuffle them, then you're safe for right now. But then a little bit down the line, suddenly it'll happen out of nowhere, and you're like, oh god, there's the meteor shower.
Yeah.
That happened.
Under meteor shower, pull the top card from each level, shuffle the level 1 card into the level 2 deck, shuffle the top level 2 card into the level 3 deck, and shuffle the top level deck. What levels now are we? What are they?
Huh?
Are we calling them levels? Or what are their depths? What are
They were sectors.
Yeah, I think it was sector. Yeah.
Dude, I'm just gonna tell me what you're doing. Yeah, dude. Like, how old are you? I'm like, yeah, I know.
Okay, so under meteor shower, which is interesting because it's a level 1 right now, and that actually puts a harder card in level 1. So pull the top card from each sector, shuffle the level 1 sector card into level 2, shuffle the top level 2 sector card into level 3, and then shuffle the top level 3 card into level 1. Is that accurate?
Yeah.
Okay. So, yay, coming up with facts. Good job.
I forget. I think that's the only other change we had, except for we made the hard variant a little bit more specific for the game. It's like that section where it's like landlubber hard variant. It's like above the group to-dos. It just says players may not talk at all while fishing, and we inserted players may not talk at all about the cards you play while fishing. That way they won't think that they can't talk to each other at all.
Okay, so hard variant players may not talk at all about the cards, about their equipment cards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cards while fishing. Okay.
Do we want to keep calamity cards, or did we decide to change the name of those?
Was that ever decided?
I thought they were just like sector events now.
Yeah, I thought we just threw them in with the sector cards. Like we didn't actually call them anything anymore.
They were
They
just
were
an
just
acronym.
sector cards that did things.
Oh, you're right. That is what
I heard about 3 different people, and I'm not sure I heard the final answer.
I thought we were going to have sector cards, and within the sector cards, we were going to have creature cards and special event cards. So there'll be 12 level 3 sector cards. 10 of them are creature cards, 2 of them are special event cards. Is that right, or is that not right?
I mean, that sounds good to me as far as like rules writing. That might be the
Yeah.
easiest way to go.
So, special event sector cards, and then creature cards, also sector cards. So in the glossary, sector cards. These are the 3 levels of cards we're trying to capture and put into your aquarium. They
Uh-oh.
and special event cards. I'm in the glossary section.
Whenever someone's making edits, if you click their little picture at the top, it'll take you automatically to their position.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that is cool.
I knew that.
I just added a in the contents. We haven't really updated the contents in a while, but I've added one guide to play variants card, because you talked about that, Dr. Martin, about having just a general guide to all the variants that you could play.
Yeah.
Because I don't think we've
That's
updated
good.
the contents in a long time, but we don't really. It's not a big deal right now.
No, I haven't touched it tonight, that's for sure. So, because yeah, we have 5 ship cards right now, possibly 6. So we'll have to go back because some of like the equipment card or the calamity cards, we're not sure for Davy Jones. So that's a question. Okay. So then, I think the to-dos, obviously another playtesting session to see how this works out with the draw 4 sector cards and then end the game there, to see if that works. So playtesting, I'm adding a to-do list for the top.
What day are you coming back again?
Next Friday.
Next Friday.
Yes. Well, technically next Thursday, so I will be on campus next Friday, the 27th.
Would you want to do anything that
That
day?
access. No, that's fine. I can do the 27th.
Okay.
Weren't we all going to the con though?
I mean,
Right.
we were gonna prep stuff for the con.
Yeah. So we're
Oh yeah.
yes. So we're meeting. So yeah, I'm coming back on Thursday. And that's right, y'all are the same group that we're putting the puzzle together at 5 o'clock on Thursday. So we could do. I see no reason why we couldn't do a playtesting Thursday night if y'all wanted to do that.
Yeah, that would be good.
And or we can do it Friday. So whoever's available, either Thursday, and then at Play on Con, we could certainly do it.
Okay.
Oh, did you want me to talk to Dr. Lowry about letting her son Noah play test?
Oh, I think that's a really good idea. Tell everybody what you. Oh, my battery's
Dr.
dying.
Lowry's son Noah, he came to the puzzle party, and he's also play tested the Life as We Know It game that I did for her class. He's a real bright kid. I think he's like 8 or 9, so he's kind of in our age range. And I just suggested we use him as a potential play tester.
That'd be good. I think that's a really great idea.
Also, in the list of people who don't have experience with this yet, Chase is actually coming and crashing at my place so that he can go to the convention. So he'll be tagging
Oh, he
along.
is. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he called me with like the 5 minutes where he actually had phone signal and was like, "Hey, can I come to your place to stay at the con because I don't have anywhere to go in Birmingham?" I was like, "Yeah, sure, whatever."
Well, that's cool.
Oh, well, I'm so glad he's gonna get to go.
So yeah, he'll be going.
Well then, okay, so those of you that can, let's just say Thursday, 5 o'clock. Next Thursday, 5 o'clock. How about that?
Yep.
Hill House.
Oh, hey, I can pull up my Google Calendar and put this there. Thanks, Google. You're so thoughtful.
So I will put it, let's see, Facebook. I'll put it on Facebook. So next playtesting session, is playtesting. Thursday, 26th. Hill House. Okay, so that's on our group Facebook, so people can reference that. So before next Thursday, and Amy, you are just doing a phenomenal job with the images. Wow.
You're so much fun.
I'm
That's
so
good because
glad.
you do it pretty amazing on them. So that's awesome.
I'm working.
Yeah,
I'm working on the dolphin right now, and after the dolphin, I only have 3 creatures left, and that'll be the end of the creatures list, and I'll move on to the rest of the equipment cards.
Oh, fantastic. Well, one thing, so on Thursday when we get together, I will print in color the cards that you have. That's one thing we can do, and then we could take color cards to play on con and see if there are any kids there, or if we can, just randomly be like, hey, I'm going to test, and see if anybody will give us feedback.
Okay.
Awesome.
Because I think the visual would be a big draw. Okay, so to-dos, and now I can hear the background noise, so I apologize for the rowdy drunk people in the lobby.
Oh, the best kind of people. I mean, come on.
They're not with me. So to-dos. So we need some naming for some things. I think so. Brainstorming naming. Are the 2 that come to mind with just we need some names for it.
Is there anything that Ollie likes that you think we could use for the name of a ship somewhere?
We have the octopus, we have the ninjas, and we have the black hole. So I think we covered it
What
in a
about
very
any of
specific
his,
set of.
does he have any relatives or anything we could put their name on there, or maybe some of his friends?
We can ask.
I know on the blog he has like these cousins that he really likes and hangs out with, but I don't know.
Whoa, the YouTube has 3 views. I don't know who
Whoa!
Oh, I clicked on it just to see.
Okay.
Yeah, I did too.
I'm still in there, so there it goes.
I thought it was funny. Okay, so scoring, brainstorming the naming. We had some suggestions also for naming of the numbers, our number values, like lure value, catch value, trap value. So we need to make a decision on that, on number values. When y'all play tested, how were the balancing of the actual health of the creatures?
It was good, I thought. I didn't notice anything weird or irrational about it, so I'm assuming that means it was working out.
I mean, it seemed pretty solid.
Yay! Yay! That's exciting. So brainstorm naming. I'd also like y'all all to read the specific rules section and see if there's anything unclear. And we need to double check for consistency. So read for clarity. Pushed out some of our verbiage with the glossary.
One thing that
So
we could
need
do,
to make sure that
because I haven't been able to play test it yet, and Chase is going to be here and he hasn't yet, we could just both sit down and try and play it without having ever done anything before. Like, you guys don't explain anything to us, and we just kind of fumble around the way we think the rules are supposed to work.
That'd be a good idea.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you would have way more of a general idea, but Chase would be totally blank, so.
I think that's a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
Double check. Correctness. And then if there are any other variants that y'all want to add, since we're going to have basically a variant card, and they can be as goofy since we have the pirate variant, or as serious as you want, then feel free to add more variants or elaborate on what we have.
Okay. I'm looking at the contents right now, and I wanted to ask, there's something that says a discard card. It's a tackle box or a ship's locker. Is that was that an old thing, or is it a card that needs to be made where you put your discard pile on top of?
And y'all help me out. If I remember correctly, then we thought the tackle box or the ship's locker would be where the players would actually discard their equipment cards, where to have a place to put them, because the fish are either going into the black hole or the aquarium, and then that tackle box or the ship's locker would be where you would your discard pile for your equipment cards. Is that accurate?
Yeah, I think. I guess that would be its intended purpose.
Discard.
Is it necessary though? Would
thoughts?
When we play tested, we just had them laid out in front of us. Was there confusion there? Did we have a problem when we were trying to sort out or anything, or were we I think it was pretty chill.
Yeah, and I think there'll be even more distinction once we get the card backs on, and it's not just a blank index cards like I have so much trouble with.
Okay. Well, I struck it from the contents. If anybody feels strongly that we think we need it, then we can add it back in.
Yeah, we have in the instructions stuff with the two-player discard piles together, so we would need to change one of them if we left it in.
I thought, for some reason, when we play tested it the other night that we went ahead and changed that to just one discard pile, but maybe we didn't articulate it.
I think it's okay taking it out because the aquarium and the black hole, with one exception, we won't be pulling stuff back out of them. Well, no, there's a couple of exceptions, I guess, but
Well, oh, okay. Well, we have put the used player cards into the discard pile. That's right above that.
okay.
So I think you could do one or two, but one discard pile makes more sense to me.
Yeah. You're not gonna be dipping back into your own discards, so it doesn't make sense to separate them out player per player basis.
Because
I
I mean,
don't-
you're all pulling from one equipment deck in the first place.
Yeah.
I don't think we need this, but if we wanted more special
And
abilities,
you're working together. So.
we could have a special ability where when you play a card, once per game, instead of putting it in the discard pile, you put it back in your hand.
So like
If y'all wanted something like that.
would you be able to use it twice then, like right after another, like use it and then you put it back in your hand and then you can use it again later? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, if we wanted to add special abilities, if we want to come up with some. I don't think we need it, but if we're trying to come up with ideas, which I know we were last week, we could do something like that.
Do you mean for a ship card or for another equipment card?
Yeah, for a ship card.
Oh, for a ship card. Okay.
Especially if we try to come up with things where ships get more than one special ability. If we go that route, then that could give us another one to throw in somewhere.
Five, so you get 2 5s. You know, I would think. But it could be on a special ability too. The
That was
ship.
just a thought.
No, I'm adding it to the. So under ship number 5, I just have ship instead of discarding a card. Put it immediately back into your hand.
Yeah.
Okay. Were you thinking once per game or once?
Yeah, I think once per game.
Okay. Stop that. Okay. Okay. No, I think that would be a very handy. I'd want that event or that ability.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we have our to-do lists. Anything else on the to-do list we want to add? Any other? Amy's obviously continuing on the art, but everybody else on the to-do list?
Has anyone done anything about like the actual designs for the front of the cards? Like, has Stephanie done anything yet? Do we know?
I think that was the plan, but we haven't talked to her about it in a little bit, so we should bring that up.
Because I could probably work on that. I mean,
I think that was going to be her thing, though, because
yeah.
that would be the easiest way for her to get involved further, I think.
Yeah.
If she's going to do it, she needs to do it very, very soon. We can't wait 2 or 3 weeks to start getting the cards ready. I don't think.
Yeah.
And I don't care who does it. I like the idea of it being consistent so that they have a similar look.
Yeah.
So no matter if it's you or Stephanie, if we like the level cards how they are, keeping a consistent look to those level cards.
Okay.
Does everybody else agree with that, or were y'all thinking, no, we want something completely different for the back?
I should probably go ahead and change the level to secondary.
Oh, yeah.
Probably. I'll add that as a mental note.
I'll say I kind of like the way the sector cards look. Like if you have something that looks very formal is not the right word, but something that looks very maybe computerized against Amy's artwork, where the creature looks much more organic. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Maybe it'll give if it'll give the impression you're actually looking at it on a view screen or something.
Mhm. Yeah. So like,
Or
I was
Garrett.
thinking basically what I could do for like the front of the cards. It had like have it look kind of like a heads-up display, like the most non-invasive or invasive way that I could.
I think that would be awesome.
Yeah. Because God knows I have more than enough renders of that stuff for days. Because I used to do that for Halo like all the time. So,
Well, that would be cool. And then
yep.
instead of you could have the creature strength as part of the heads-up display, like some kind of information on it, instead of just a random number in a circle somewhere.
Yeah. Because I did a lot of that for my character sheets already. But yeah, something more spaceshipy, I guess. Like I have tons of stuff I can go through. I'll just figure out what looks good instead of what looks cartoony or anything.
Garrett, would you be cool with the idea of me adding some of the brush texture to the backs of the cards? Like,
Sure.
so it still has that mechanical look, but also so there's not just that complete disconnect between, like, the brush of the back and then, like, the flat of the other side. Does that make sense?
Sure. Like, yeah, I can probably update and then upload the PSD files for you.
Okay.
That way you actually just have them.
I think that's a great compromise.
Man,
Well-
they're getting rowdy out there.
I know it's getting hard for me to hear too. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up because I'm starting to not be able to hear. Fantastic! This is the first time I've ever done a Google Hangout, so thank you, Shawnee. Awesome.
No problem.
And maybe when I get bored, I'll go back and watch the YouTube and laugh. But or go back and look at it for do we need to do anything differently?
I don't
Did
know
we say we were going to change
if
something?
it remains. I think it just streams live for that, and then it's gone.
And then it's out. Okay.
I think it might save on your YouTube channel depending on the settings you have, but you can always hide it or make it restricted so
Because
only
I'm
people
not
with a
even
link can
sure
watch it.
how it happened, so it'll be an adventure.
Well, that's fine. So we've got our to-do list, and I have internet access, so that's not a problem. You can always Facebook and/or text. I have my phone, or however you want to reach me until Thursday, and we will get back together in person, which I do prefer greatly. This was fun, but I like being together. So we'll be back together on Thursday, the 27th at Central Time, 5 p.m.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thursday, the 26th.
Yep.
Sounds good?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Awesome job. Yay.
See you
Bye.
guys.